Hi everybody, welcome to another video by the Careers Queen. I am just going to do a really quick sort of catch up with all of you about going back to school, because next week is the start of term, but you're all really looking forward to it, particularly to this video for Year 13s, or those of you who are about to become Year 13s I should say. So Year 12, remember how you started sixth form and probably maybe even started with good intentions and then it all went a little bit pear-shaped and you kind of thought, oh yeah, I've got this time, this is fine, I'm doing new subjects, I can faff about for a while, or free periods, oh I can go and hang around in the common room or wherever, and then by the end of the year you really live to regret that. Do you remember that? Don't do that again this year because you haven't got time. We talk about Year 13 being your last year, but actually you've got less than a year, because if you think about it, your exams are going to be sort of from May time, or you're going to be leaving school around that kind of time and then doing your exams, so they are that little bit earlier than doing your exams in Year 12, and obviously you haven't got that period then after the exams, so it's such a short space of time to you really need to crack on and get on with it all. So that's my first top tip. Don't faff, get on. Second top tip, forget about Year 12, forget about everything, well, don't forget your work, but forget about anything that might have happened in Year 12. It's a really funny time going up into sixth form or college or wherever it is you went. Friendship groups change, even if you are still in the same school, people fall out, it's all very stressful, lots of stuff going on. Just let it go, just forget about it, even if stuff's carried on over the summer. Now is the time to really focus on yourself. So put all of that stuff to the side and just focus on getting through this last year of study. So that's my second top tip. Thirdly, it really is time to start thinking about your future. I expect lots of you had lots of kind of higher education days and conversations around whether you want to go to university or whether you want to do an apprenticeship or any other option. And you were probably told to go away and think about it over the summer and start working on it, and you probably said yes I will, and then totally forgot about it and kind of enjoyed the summer, which is fair enough. But now is time to just crack on and start thinking about what it is you want to do. So if you are thinking about university, get writing your personal statement. It is a little bit of a nightmare, I know, it's a bit worrying, you don't know what to write, don't know how to write it, there's loads of advice on UCAS. Your staff in your school should be able to help you, and I will do another video more specifically about personal statements shortly. But my top tip with personal statements is basically don't procrastinate, don't faff about, just start writing it. It doesn't matter, it's not going to be the perfect thing, that's fine. You've got, once you've got the content to sort of play around with, it becomes easier. You can't do that obviously if you've got no content to start with. Obviously, in order to write your personal statement, you need to think about what it is you want to do. Even if you don't definitely know sort of what universities you're applying to yet, that's fine, you've got a little bit of time to start making those decisions, but you need to find that subject, so it is time to start looking through those university prospectuses. You can contact the universities and get them to send you one, or obviously everything's online now as well, so you can have a look at that. You can contact universities and ask them for some more information if you're not too sure about a course, or you're not too sure if you're going to have the right qualifications or anything like that to be able to do that course. So sort of make use of that time now from now. You haven't got time to mess around and faff about with it, or just get on and get that organised. If you're looking at something more like an apprenticeship, you potentially have more time, but that being said, the sooner you sort of start thinking about it, the better. So there's lots of different types of apprenticeship around that you might like to do, so you need to start doing some research about what types of apprenticeship are of interest, and also think about what types of company you might like to work for and that kind of thing. Also, certainly the bigger sort of big corporate companies have huge apprenticeship schemes, and they might be on sort of set deadlines and things like that for applications, and that they may be much earlier than sort of some of the others who are more likely to apply, are more likely to set up a job advert not too long before sort of the apprenticeship starts, so you've got a bit more time to play around. Some of the others have got set deadlines throughout the year, so you do need to start thinking about it. You also need to, as part of your apprenticeship application process, you are going to need to think about your CV, so get writing that. I've had so many conversations with employers lately about CVs, and they're not very polite about young people and the CVs that you do. And again, I'm going to do a whole other video about that, but CV is really important. Yes, there are lots of templates and things like that online. Have a look at them to tell you to give you some advice about sort of the different bits that you need to include in the CV. But just make sure it's your own. It's not some sort of generic thing. You need to tell an employer a bit about yourself, and also you need to tailor that CV when you do get around to sort of applying for things to that specific job, whether it's an apprenticeship or something else. You have to sort of tailor it to that. Obviously, another option that I've not talked about too much before is things like sponsored degrees. So some companies will sponsor you kind of like an apprenticeship, but at more of a degree level. And degree level apprenticeships are becoming more and more common now as well. But some companies do their own sort of private sponsored degrees. Again, they may well have earlier deadlines than you think they have. So make sure you start researching those now. They will also be highly competitive. So have a look at sort of some of the big different companies. Look at things like Not Going to Uni, their website, because they will talk about lots of different sponsored degrees and companies who do them and things like that. Lots of other options as well, so things like, particularly if you're interested in finance, there's lots of different kind of school leaver type programs, so maybe not an apprenticeship as such, but the same idea as that and a sponsored degree. So loads of different things, lots of different options, but you haven't got much time. If you want something sorted so that you can start doing this after you leave school or college or wherever it is you're doing your A-levels or BTEC, whatever it is you're doing now, your level 3s, you know, you need to sort of get on and have a look at that. So in order to let you do that, I'm going to stop waffling. And those are my 3 top tips for the start of year 13. Make sure you take them on board and have the best year. A-levels, they are tough. There is a jump from year 11 to year 12 that we're always banging on about, but there is a jump from year 12 to year 13 as well, so take that on board. What you want to do is get all of this kind of careers and future plan stuff sorted out as much as you can, as quickly as you can, so that you can just focus on doing that work, because there is a jump up, there is more content, there's a lot more coursework and things like that. So allow yourself time to focus on that and you will be fine. And that's it from me for another video from the Careers Queen. Thanks, bye!